The most exciting time for this 24-hour flavour-enhanced traditional moussaka has arrived. Today is going to be the day we start assembling the moussaka itself. We've gone away from the bolognese, that's in a separate video. Today's the most exciting day, and it consists of boiling, baking and frying. And, really showing off your knife skills. Maybe get yourself a tomato knife or something small, just to really be able to control the slices of your aubergine that much better than a traditional knife. Cut them much like a tomato. You want to go for nice, large slices. And, you might need 2 or 3 eggplants, 2 or 3 aubergines, whatever you like to call them. We call them aubergines in the UK. So, oil, salt, pepper, straight into the oven. Don't waste time, not with a dish like this, but make sure you've got oil on both sides of that eggplant. My trays are professional non-stick Le Creuset trays. You don't need expensive trays. I invest because I'm going to keep these for the rest of my life, and they're going to go through a lot of heavy use. As I say in my videos, you must season absolutely everything because you're just building that extra layer of flavour. I need myself 2 ovens to make this video, just to speed this up. I've got a mini oven and a main oven. While they're in the oven, just work on getting your potato slices all up. Your fryer, you're gonna not even, to be honest, get rid of the starch in these potatoes. You're just going to put them straight down in the fryer, and then once they come out of the fryer, you're going to give those a season as well. Exactly the same as your aubergine, you want long, relatively thick, centimetre thick slices. That's what you're looking for. Uniform slices of potato that are going to go over the base layer of that moussaka. So my potatoes are near enough the same thickness. And now you're getting your slices into your fryer. You're not going to worry about removing any of that starch in the potatoes like you normally would. You're going to be making yourself a simple roux. Add in a couple of spoonfuls, but no more flour, to butter into your roux and cook that down. Cook that out, most importantly, before you add any milk. You don't want any raw flour in your roux. Start incorporating your milk into your roux. Whisk out all the lumps in your roux. You're going to need a couple of cloves. Give yourself, maybe 4, 6, 8 cloves into that bechamel sauce. In goes your bay leaves. In goes a little bit of nutmeg. In goes some allspice berries. You've made your roux and you've added in maybe even a spoon of cornstarch if you really wish. But the one thing you'll notice immediately once you've got some heat into that bechamel is it starts to thicken intensely very quickly once it gets up to heat, and that's exactly what you want. I'm going to start adding in my Graviera cheese, but of course you're not going to get an awful lot of this in the supermarket. It's a good cheese and it's not cheap. Most importantly, you're probably going to use near enough all of this, or at least more than half of it. You're going to add it into your sauce. You can put only this cheese in, you can put in some cheddar. Really up to you, but I couldn't call this traditional moussaka if it didn't have at least 70-80% of this stuff in my eyes. When I label my food on my channel, I like to be as honest as possible. Now, really, cooking's about developing your own likes and dislikes. To be honest, this is going to be hailed in world cuisine wherever you go traveling. So yeah, cook it in the UK, cook it in Greece, they're gonna love you. Hopefully by now, your flavour is jumping out at you, screaming, look at me, I'm delicious. And by that time, you know that you need to drain your bechamel. I like to pour it through a colander into another pot. Once again, you've just got a patience thing of draining absolutely everything into this bowl. Just take out your onion because you've cooked that. Sieve it through a chinois, but absolutely no reason why you can't sieve it through as Willing Henkel's £20 colander. And it's worth every single penny. I use it every single day for just about everything that I've ever made. And there you have a perfect bechamel. The rest of this is just layering up all that hard work that you've done over the last 24, 48 hours. We're gonna add in our potato slices. We're literally gonna overlap these slices just to make sure there's enough potato everywhere. You know, we're gonna get a decent layer of this. You know, the more of a potato bed you can create, the better a moussaka you're gonna make. Zucchini slices, whatever you like to call them. I call them courgette, I'm UK. You call them zucchini, that's fine. To be honest, I've called it both. We're gonna chop up some parsley and add this over your aubergine. You've sprinkled that with a generous layer of parsley. You're gonna go over with your meat sauce. Over goes your meat sauce, finish with more aubergine. Simple case of get this bad boy in the oven. Now if colour is what we wanted, colour is what we've got. This moussaka's been in the oven for just over an hour. We are done. Feel free to subscribe.